Eskow. There is a myth in the Amazon River area, a story that they tell, and the story is this. The Amazon River's beautiful pink dolphins, which are real, which do exist, according to the myth, they will lead humans to a beautiful underwater city if the humans follow them long enough. You can dive with them, you can play with them. Eventually, they will take you underwater to this wonderful city where all the buildings are beautiful, all the people are kind. You never want for food or material needs of any kind. It's like a paradise on earth, except for one thing. Once you enter the city, you can never leave. Today's internet is a lot like that city, and our mega corporations who thrive on data, corporations like Google and Facebook and Amazon, are the pink dolphins that have led us there. The question is, now that we are there, are we ever going to be able to leave? As we talked about a lot on my radio show, which can be found at The Zero Hour, this is thezerohour.com. As we talked, went into a great deal with journalist Yasha Levine, the fact is that the entire internet was designed as a surveillance machine. So we should not be surprised to learn that Facebook has been conducting far greater surveillance of us and our personal lives than most of us knew all along. Nor should we be misled into thinking that Cambridge Analytica is somehow an aberration in the history of either humanity or technology. The fact is that the way the internet works makes it a lure for people like Cambridge Analytica and for people like Cambridge Analytica's recently disgraced and fired president, Alexander Nix. Now, Alexander Nix, of course, was the person who was caught on video by Britain's Channel 4 meeting with someone posing as a Sri Lankan billionaire or wealthy person and offering to perform not only data analyses, which is what that company is known for, but certain dirty tricks for adequate sums of money, framing politicians, and so on. In fact, let's listen to a little bit of Alexander Nix. Let's start with him talking about how to set up and entrap politicians by posing as wealthy developers. Let's listen to that.
Okay, so it is somebody, you won't use a Sri Lankan person, no? Because then there's issue of race.
We'll have a wealthy developer come in, somebody posing as a wealthy developer.
I'm a master of disguise.
Yes.
He says we'll have somebody posing as a wealthy
large
developer,
amount of money to the candidates,
offer a large amount of money to the candidate
in exchange for land,
to finance his campaign in
we'll have the whole thing
exchange for
recorded
land.
on cameras.
We'll have the whole thing
Blank out
recorded
the
on
face of our
cameras.
guy,
We'll blank out the face of our guy and then
So it'll,
let
on
them
the
post
Facebook
it
or
to the
YouTube
internet.
or something
Okay,
like this.
so what it's really, what they're really offering to do here, obviously, is frame somebody. Now, that is information. That is, YouTube is, of course, owned by Google. YouTube thrives when people click on videos. That would be a video a lot of people in Sri Lanka would click on. Now, we may have changed our technology, but we have not changed some of our ancient and cynical ways of doing business. Later in this video, Mr. Alexander Nix offers to set up politicians with Ukrainian women. He says he finds they're especially effective, attractive, or whatever, and frame them in that way as well. He said after his dismissal that he didn't mean any of it. He was just trying to be polite, or words to this effect. But of course, we're all horrified by this. And of course, a lot of people are saying, well, that just goes to show you the kind of people that Donald Trump hangs around with. And that's definitely true. But let us not kid ourselves. There are a lot of people working in the political world who will do that for any candidate on any side of the political spectrum in any country, including our own. And let's not kid ourselves into thinking that Cambridge Analytica or anyone else in the Trump operation was doing anything unique by internet standards. Every major presidential campaign of the past 10 years has done a lot with manipulating data and using data to help its candidates succeed. The question is really, Why do we allow this data to be captured? Why do we allow it to be collected? Why do we allow it to be used to alter the course of democracy? And what are we going to do as a society to make sure these types of offenses no longer happen? If there's one lesson, it is that we have become trapped in that underwater city by these pink dolphins, and it is up to us to find a way back.